Hi, it's Alexander Vitkin, and I'm here with Sam, who's a member of the Business Mentor Insiders. Now, Sam has been sitting down and getting some work done lately, and his business has started to grow to the point where I'm quite happy about his results. So I decided to get him on here to share his results, just tell us how he's doing, how he's done it, and which results he's achieved, and how you can potentially achieve the same results. So hopefully learn some stuff from Sam. Welcome, Sam.
Hi, Alex.
So, Sam, what type of business do you run?
So I run an SEO agency. I have a bunch of different clients and I help them get their website higher in the Google result.
What did you do before this business? So before you started the business, what were you doing?
So I was still an SEO, but I was working as a freelancer for a bigger agency, just doing the work they wanted.
So you went from working for an agency as a freelancer to starting your own agency, essentially. Is that right?
Yeah, that's true.
How was it working for the agency? Like, how did you like it? What were you getting out of it? Like, what was it like?
Well, on the one hand, it was low stress. They gave me, a certain amount of work at the beginning of the week. And as long as I did it by the end of the week, everything was fine. So everything was remote. So yeah, I could travel a little bit. It wasn't too bad, to be honest with you, as far as jobs go, but the pay was pretty bad. It was like a little bit above minimum wage in the UK, just because I took a pay cut in order to have it remote, and it wasn't really a long-term thing. It was, very much a temporary kind of a job.
What is your business like now? Like, what are you getting out of your business, and what is it like running your business right now?
What it's like running my business now is much more stress, but much more reward. So the work I've got going on, I'm doing a lot more than I was as a freelancer, but because I own it, everything I'm working on and building is something that I'm doing for me. So there's very much much more of a sense of, like, I guess, pride and satisfaction from the work. But yeah, no, it's a lot higher stress.
What's the trade-off? So there is higher stress, and okay, you're responsible for your own business and you're getting all the rewards. What is that like?
Pretty awesome, like, because you're working on lead generation and you're working on sales, and the more retainers I sell to people, the higher my income goes, right? So it's not like, however much work I do, I make, the average UK wage or anything. It's, if I sell another retainer, then my income goes up by that retainer. It's very rewarding in that sense.
Interesting. And how many clients are you working with right now that pay retainers, essentially?
Sure. So I currently have 11 clients.
Wow, that's a lot.
It's very difficult to manage, but I figured out how to do it. I've hired an assistant and everything, and everything is it's a lot of stress, but a lot of reward, like I say.
In terms of your lifestyle now, before you were traveling and freelancing, I guess also on a shoestring budget by the sound of things. And what are you planning to do now? I think you're going to get back into traveling now that your business is running well, if I'm not mistaken, or what's going to happen now?
Yeah, obviously one of the major benefits of having your source of income be completely online is that you can choose to travel and live wherever you want.
Well, what are you going to do now?
You can't just travel around, because it takes away a lot of focus from your business. But in January, I'm moving to Taiwan, just because I have friends there and I want to learn the language. But so that's my plan at the moment.
Weren't you also planning on traveling before that as well? So for a while with your other friends?
Yeah, briefly. Maybe 2 weeks total or something for the rest of the year. I'm just going to be heading out to Barcelona and a couple of other places in Europe.
Now it's October. In the next 2 months, you'll be traveling to Barcelona and other places in Europe. And then in January, you're going to go and live in Asia for several months. Is that what you mean? Or?
Yeah, that's correct.
What do your friends do that are going to also travel with you?
Honestly, I'm not sure what they actually do. I think my friend who I'm moving to Taiwan with is Taiwanese. So, she lives there already. Yeah, so the people I'm traveling with, actually never had that conversation with them. I'm assuming they're just taking a week off work or something.
And you're going to stay, how long are you going to stay in Taiwan when you go there next year?
I'm not sure, maybe 3 to 6 months, something like that. I'm there mostly to study Chinese, so I guess it just really depends what I feel like when I get there. Maybe I hate it.
Okay. So now you've learned how to run a business after being a freelancer. What are some skills that you've learned as while being a member of Business Mentor Insiders? What are some skills that you've learned directly?
Biggest one for me by far was lead generation, because I have tried and failed to start my own business before, but the reason it failed was because, lead generation is not something that is widely taught. So I had no idea how to get clients. So being able to generate leads was huge for me. Apart from that, sales is something that I had zero natural talent for, but learning a little bit more every day, I've become okay at. And business processes, the concept of developing business processes was huge for me. So being able to kind of plan out in advance how you'll react and how you'll do certain things, that was big, because when I first started, I was kind of tailoring everything to every client, and it was a huge amount of stress. I think I do about the same amount of work now at 11 clients, but highly processized, as I did when I first started, and I had 2 clients, and I was tailoring everything to them.
What are your plans now? So obviously you're going to travel, that's all lifestyle stuff, right? But what are your plans for your business now?
I'd really like to, right now I'm taking care of sales and customer relationships and managing the projects and things like that. So I'd really like to get somebody on board who can take that from me and I'd like to move more towards automation. I'm getting other people in who can do my work, and also raising prices and just generally, bringing in more money and automating a lot more.
Interesting. And in terms of your business, so before you were doing 100% of the work yourself as a freelancer, because obviously we're a freelancer. How much of the work are you doing yourself now currently? And you said you're still going to outsource a lot, but how much is that right now already? What are you at right now in terms of the percentage of total work in your business? How much are you responsible for personally?
How much am I responsible for as a percentage of the total?
Yes, work. Yeah. Work hours.
Somewhere around 20 or 30%.
Okay.
Of total. As delivery is almost completely outsourced, but it is mostly the structural and behind the scenes stuff that I'm doing.
And which type of ballpark are your clients paying you in terms of money? How much are they paying you? If I was to become a client next month, how much would I expect to have to pay for SEO services on a recurring basis?
Sure, as an exact figure. Not
just ballpark, I guess. I don't know if you want to put exact figures out there.
As a ballpark figure, $1,000 a month plus or minus a few hundred.
So obviously that's going to change. So anyone watching this, it may be different at the time when you're watching this. So just so you know, we always recommend members and masterminds increase prices over time as they get better clients and better results for clients, of course. But good to hear your business is going really well, Sam. So what are you excited about now that you've achieved this level of business now? What are you excited about moving forward?
It's a little bit cliche, I guess, but what I'm excited about is the freedom that comes from having a lot more money and time than I had before. Up until probably about, 3 or 4 months ago, I was working long hours for pretty just low amounts of money, and now I'm making much more and hopefully going to be doing a lot less real soon. I'm going to be able to do and see a lot of things that I wasn't able to do before. So I'm excited about that.
Well, you sound like you have a little bit of stress, but it sounds like you're growing and improving things. And hopefully as you outsource the current 30% of work that you do, your stress is going to go down and you can focus on more of the fun stuff.
But also, I'm very much a believer of if you don't have a little bit of stress, then there's nothing pushing you and you're not challenging yourself. So I think stress.
Sure, I'm not against stress at all. I think that just means you're learning, right? So in my opinion, at least. Or procrastinating, one of those two. Learning or procrastinating, those are the causes of stress. But I think since your business is growing, it's definitely leaning towards learning and more than procrastinating.
Yeah, for sure.
So yeah, that's awesome. Well, thanks for sharing, Sam. Very honest discussion. So thank you for sharing all that. It's very valuable for me and other business owners watching this. If anyone's interested in finding out more about what Sam is doing and how he's done it, what we actually started to do is we have strategy sessions that we've created to help freelancers and other professionals with certain skills, learn how to build a true business out of what they're currently doing and go from basically what Sam was doing, which is charging a small amount of money hourly as a freelancer, to running a business where a lot of the work is automated and where they can learn new exciting skills. And sure, it's a lot of work. Obviously you're going to have to hustle and build real processes in your business before you achieve the results like Sam just achieved, but it's possible. So if you're interested in learning how you can get on one of these strategy sessions, just go to businessmentor.com and click apply, and then you can talk to me or one of the other instructors. We'll help you figure out a 4-month plan for what to do with your business or your future business. So thank you very much for coming here, Sam. I really appreciate your time.
No worries.